Today we're talking about why being tired and inspired at the same time is not a contradiction. I'll be honest, when I first started this Substack, I was looking for a megaphone. I was an author with a book to sell, and the marketing experts told me I needed a platform. I thought I was building a billboard to point people toward my writing. But something happened on the way to the marketplace. A simple note went viral. I hadn't planned it or polished it. I just wrote honestly about why I wanted to build a library instead of a billboard and hit publish. Suddenly, my inbox overflowed with stories, real ones from real people who were looking for the same thing I was. People who were tired of the noise and hungry for something that actually meant something real, genuine human connection. And that changed everything for me. And yet, lately, I've been feeling a bit worn down in my real world circles. My friends and family, bless them, see me working 10-hour shifts and then coming home to write, record, and build this community. They see the fatigue in my eyes, and because they love me, they offer the only advice they know. You need to slow down. Don't push so hard. Take a break. But here's the truth that's hard to explain to people who haven't felt that spark. Slowing down isn't always the cure when the fire is what keeps you going. When you finally find your authentic voice after years of silence, the energy required to contain it is actually more exhausting than the energy required to release it. Because here's what I've realized. Yes, I am physically tired, and also somewhere underneath that tiredness, I have never felt more alive. Those two things can exist in the same body at the same time. And nobody tells you that. We're so conditioned to believe that tired means stop, that exhaustion is always a warning sign, and that rest is the only answer. But sometimes the thing that looks like overextending from the outside is actually on the inside the feeling of finally becoming, of finally being exactly who you were supposed to be all along. The conversations I'm having, the stories landing in my inbox, the connections forming in this corner of the internet, they're not draining me, they're filling me. They're helping me clear out the noise and see, maybe for the first time, what actually matters. And what matters, I've discovered, isn't the Amazon ranking. It's the reader who tells me that a simple note gave her the courage to say no to a family demand that didn't serve her. It's the woman who slowed down long enough to read a bedtime story instead of folding the laundry. It's the one who put down her to-do list for 15 extra minutes to actually listen to her husband's story about his day. Those are my permission slips made real. Walking around in the world, choosing presence over productivity, meaning over metrics, connection over perfection. So if you're reading this and you have something that makes you feel alive, something that lights you up from the inside, even when it costs an hour of sleep, I want to say this as clearly and as gently as I can. Do more of it, but do it wisely with care for your health and the people you love. And don't let anyone, even the people who love you most, convince you that your fire is a problem to be managed. Sometimes the most important thing you can do for yourself is to keep going, keep building, keep showing up for that thing that makes you feel like you. The dishes can wait, the laundry will still be there tomorrow, but this moment, this version of you that is finally fully awake, don't rush past it. Before we go, I want to leave you with this week's permission slip. I hereby grant you permission to keep your fire lit even when you're tired. If your busyness is coming from a place of soul alignment rather than soul depletion, you don't have to slow down just to make others feel more comfortable with your pace. You are allowed to be tired and inspired at the same time. Sometimes the best way to rest isn't to stop moving, but to stop doing the things that don't matter so that you can pour everything into the things that do. Every week, I show up here with honest writing, a therapist's perspective, and a permission slip for the woman or man who needs one. If that sounds like your kind of place, I'd love to have you. Subscribe to The Authentic Voice and pull up a chair. And P.S., calling all women's fiction fans, if you've been wondering what's keeping me so beautifully tired and inspired behind the scenes, the secret is almost out. I'm putting the finishing touches on the blurb for Book 2, Where Two Rivers Meet, and we'll be sharing it here very soon, so stay tuned. And you can find a digital copy of my permission slip and all of the links in the show notes. I am Melissa Ann Palmer, and remember, your voice is the most authentic thing you own. I'll see you next time.